He raised his glass and sneered. The chandelier light caught his face just enough for every friend at that table to see his contempt. "A woman like you," he spat, voice loud enough to silence cutlery, "should be grateful I even looked your way." The laughter that followed wasn't mine. It was his friends, 17 of them, well-fed, well-dressed, drunk on wine and arrogance. And on my birthday, no less. Then he left. He pushed back his chair, flung his napkin down like I was the dirt under his shoe, and stormed out. The bill lay there. 17 meals. Bottles of wine I never touched. A celebration that had turned into my humiliation. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I simply grinned, quietly. Because that night, I knew I would burn down everything he thought he owned. The beginning. It hadn't always been this way. When I first met him, he was charm bottled in human form, a laugh that could soften the hardest day, eyes that promised protection, hands that claimed they'd never let me fall. He knew how to play the part of a man women trusted. I was young, hungry for love, believing in vows. He gave me roses, whispered about forever, kissed me like he was saving me from drowning, and I believed him. God help me, I believed every word. But forever as an expiration date, and his love rotted long before I smelt it. Discovery. The signs came slowly, the sudden silences when his phone lit up, the late nights at the office that smelled faintly of perfume when he crawled into bed, the way his compliments dried up and turned into critiques, sharp and deliberate, slicing at my confidence like he was sculpting me into something smaller. Then the undeniable evidence, a receipt for a hotel room tucked carelessly into his jacket pocket. 2 dinners, champagne, 1 room, paid in cash. I didn't confront him, not then. I simply folded that receipt, placed it in a drawer, and smiled at breakfast like a dutiful wife. Because confrontation gives them power. Silence gives you time, and time is where revenge grows. The shift. That birthday dinner, when he left me humiliated and stranded, was not the beginning of my pain. It was the beginning of his. The very next morning, I called the bank. Our accounts, joint of course, shifted quietly. My personal account swelled with transfers, each one masked under legitimate expenses. Months of planning, executed in hours. He didn't notice. Men like him never notice the ground moving beneath their feet. While he spent on women, I invested. Property, stocks, assets in my name alone. He thought I was the silly wife who didn't understand money. He handed me power without even realizing it. And while he was distracted, I met with a lawyer. Divorce papers, airtight, hidden in my drawer like a blade waiting for its moment. The plan. Step 1 was financial starvation. I cut the veins of his accounts with precision, leaving just enough for him to believe he was still in control. Credit cards mysteriously declined. Business ventures stalled as my quiet interventions slowed his funding. Step 2 was exposure. His wealthy friends, the ones who laughed at me, I fed them truths. Not directly. A rumor here, a concerned word there. A photograph slipped into the right inbox. The image of him tangled with another woman, time-stamped during his so-called business trips. Men like him survive on reputation. I infected his. Step 3 was timing. Revenge means nothing without patience. You must let it simmer until the victim believes they've escaped, until they relax, unaware the knife is already in. The execution. This morning, my phone erupted, 23 missed calls. His name flashing like a desperate signal from a sinking ship. I let it ring, because I knew why he was calling. He had finally discovered the truth. The accounts emptied. His friends withdrawing invitations. His mistress, once showered with gifts, now gone the moment the money dried up. And the house? Mine. Bought under my name. His signature on the paperwork meant nothing. Legally, he had gifted it all to me without knowing. I waited until the 24th call before answering. His voice was frantic. "What did you do?" I stayed calm, my words measured. "What you always said I couldn't. I built a life without you." He shouted, he begged, his tone broke, cracking into something pitiful. And for the first time, I felt nothing. No love, no hate, just silence inside me, the kind that feels like victory. The confrontation. We met once more. His request, not mine. The restaurant was quieter this time. No friends, no laughter. Just him, slumped in his chair, hollow-eyed. "You ruined me," he whispered. "No," I corrected, leaning forward. "You ruined yourself. I just stopped saving you." The look on his face, realization settling like ash, was the climax I had been waiting for. The moment he understood that every humiliation, every betrayal had sharpened me into something stronger, and that his power, his wealth, his arrogance had all